Okay, now we move on to the next part, which is Kramer's rule. Okay, previously we have learned about system of linear equation and then how to solve system of linear equation using inverse method and also Gauss-Jordan method. Now let's see how we're going to solve system of linear equation using Kramer's rule. Okay, so this is the step for Kramer's rule. Of course, first of all, you will have AX equal to B, the augmented matrix. This is the coefficient matrix. This is the what we call just now the unknown matrix. Okay, and this is the solution matrix. Okay, so step 1, we need to find, in order to perform the Kramer's rule, step 1, we need to find this determinant for A. So, apa tu determinant? What is determinant? Okay, so later on I will show you in detail what is determinant, or you can recall what you have learned previously in last semester. Okay, the next step, to determine x1, we replace the first column of A by the entries of B, meaning that this whole column you're going to replace with entries of B. So it's no longer A11, A21, A31. It's become B1, B2, and B3. And then you have to find the determinant of this one and divide by determinant of A. And then the third step, to determine x2, you have to replace the second column of A, which is this one, by the entries of B. Okay, just now you replace the first column, now you replace the second column, and also you need to find the determinant since we have this sign, kan? Determinant of this divide by determinant of A. And the last step, to determine x3, since we have x1, x2, and x3, right? You need to replace the third column pula with B, entries of B, and of course you need to find this determinant for this and divide by determinant of A. So we can conclude that Kramer's rule is x1 equal to, how to find your x1? X1 is actually equal to determinant of A1 divide by determinant of A. So determinant of A1 ni, kenapa dia jadi A1? Originally we have A, but now we have A1 because of we substitute or we replace the first column with entries of B. So jadilah A1. And then to find x2, we have determinant A2 divide by determinant A. Apa pula A2 ni? A2 ni is because originally we have A, but then the second column of A, we replace it with B, entries of B. So, jadilah A2. And A3 ni pula, the third column, we replace with entries of B. So, we have three formula, x1, x2, and x3. All you have to divide by determinant of A. Yang dekat atas ni saja yang berubah. Okay, let's see the example. Solve the following system using Kramer's rule. So you have this system of linear equation. Of course, from here you need to extract what is your A, what is your X, what is your B. So daripada ni, system of linear equation tadi, you bentukkanlah dia. You extract the information. What is your A? Matrix A, this one. Perkali dia. 1, -1, and 2. 1, 1, and -3. 2, 3, and 1. So you have matrix A over here, and then you need to find your matrix X. So like I mentioned just now, write it in sequence. Since you have start with x1, x2, and x3. x1, x2, and x3. Okay, and then the solution matrix is this one, 3, -11, and 9. Okay, so you have everything A, X, and B. But you need to find the determinant of A. Why we need to find determinant of A? Because if we recall the Kramer's rule just now, this is the formula. Everything you need the determinant of A. You need to divide it by determinant of A. So of course you need to find the determinant of A first. So what is determinant? So determinant of A is that you have this matrix A just now, right? So you pick one column or you can pick one row. You can pick any one row or one column, up to you. But for me, I pick this one. The first column. I pick the first column, 1, 1, and 2. So I have 1, negative 1 and 2. Why it become negative 1 over here? Ada minus dekat sini. Sebab originally, if you recall the formula, kalau dalam bentuk 3 times 3 matrices, you will have like plus, minus, plus. And then you will have minus, plus, minus. And then you will have plus, minus, and plus. Macam identity tadi kan. But this one dia bermain dengan plus or minus. So since this is the first column, so it's referred to this. So the operation, dekat sini tambah, dekat sini tolak, ni, and then dekat sini tambah semula. So I pick the first column, 1, 1, and 2. It's just that over here we have negative because of this sign. Okay. Yang kolom kedua ni dia operasinya adalah minus. Okay. So, since you have picked this column, first column, this over here, the determinant, you tutup this one, right? 1, kan dekat ni. So, you tutup the first column of 1 and the first row of this one, the first row. So, you tutup yang ni, tutup yang ni, tutup yang ni. Yang tinggal adalah 1, negative 3 and 3, 1. That's why you have this one. Sama juga untuk yang second one, you will have like this. So, for the second one, untuk yang kedua ni, how did I obtain this one? Since this is 1, right? So, I tutup kolom ni, I tutup this row. Anything yang melibatkan yang ini. I tutup dia punya row and I tutup dia punya column. So, yang tinggal adalah negative 1, 2, 3, and 1. Okay? And how about the last one? Oh, sorry. Okay, the last one should be 2 over here. So, kita tutupkan sekejap yang ni first column and first row. Anything yang melibatkan 2 ni, dia kan berada di kolom pertama dan row ketiga. So, you tutuplah kolom pertama dan row ketiga. Yang tinggal cuma negative 1, 2, 1, and 3. That's why you have this one. Okay? So, that is how you obtain your determinant. Okay. Oh, sorry, let me erase it so you won't get confused later on. Okay. So, now, in order to solve this one, 1, you just write it down 1. Yang ni determinant ni kita tolak macam biasa. 1 times 1, you get 1. 3 times negative 3, you get negative 9. So, dia tolak. Yang ini, hasil darab yang ini, tolak hasil darab yang ini. Sama juga yang dekat ni. Negative 1 times 1, you get negative 1. Minus 2 times 3, minus 6. So, in here, negative 1 times negative 3, you get 3. Minus 2 times 1. So, you get 2 over here. So, you solve for this one, you get 19. So, 19 is your determinant for A. Okay, then we move on to find A1 ni pula. So how are we going to find A1? Using the X1 tadi, we want to find X1. So A1, remember, the second step, or the second step, I'm sorry, the second step, you need to replace this one, the first column, with B entries. You replace it over here. So it becomes 3, -11, and also 9. Okay? You replace it kat dalam tu. So what happened next is you going to find for this determinant. Determinant yang box besar ni pula. So I pick any row or any column. It's up to you. Okay, semua mana-mana row or mana-mana column pun betul. Okay, so I choose the last row, okay, the third row, which is this one, 9, 3, and 1. So I buatlah macam tadi. Kalau ada 9 ni, I tutup the first row, the third row. So yang tinggal is -1 times -3, I get 3. Minus 2 times 1, you get 2. So you solve for the determinant for this lah. And then you have to divide by 19. Now, you solve this one, and lastly you get -2. -2 for x1. Okay, next we move on to find x2 pula. So how do you find x2? Is by replacing the second column, this one. Replace the second column with entries of B. Okay, dah jadi yang ni pula. Okay, so sama juga, the same procedure, you can pick any row or any column to find your determinant. I pick the first row. Okay, I pick the first row. Usually, tips untuk pick which row or which column, you cari yang nombor dia kecil-kecil, the smallest number. Or if you have 1 or 0, which make your calculation much more easier. Okay, that's why I pick this one. 1, 1, and 2. Instead yang ada negatif, nanti susah pula you nak kira. Okay, so you have 1, 1, and 2. So, sama jugalah macam tadi. You find your determinant 1. Okay, and then you close this first row and first column. Yang ada cuma -11 times 1. So you have -11 minus -3 times 7. Dia macam ni darab ni, and then ni darab ni. Okay, so you get lah. Dekat sini ni kan. So you dapat yang ni. So how about this one? Remember why did I get negative over here? Because of just now. Plus minus plus. Minus plus. Plus minus plus minus tadi yang ni. Which one already? Okay. Where did I jot down the one? I think I have erased it. Okay, it's okay. So, it is because of plus, minus, and plus, minus, kan? This is plus, minus, plus. That is why it become minus over here. So, you cari lah the determinant for this one. Okay, over 19. So, you get for x2. And the last step, same for x3. It's just that you have to replace the third column with B. Okay, so you just replace column sahaja yang you gantikan dengan entries of B. Jangan kacau dia punya row. So in here, of course, I pick the first column. Juga untuk cari determinant 1, 1, 1, and 2. Here is just the minus the operation. So you find the determinant, then you get the answer is 4. So you have solved the system of linear equation. You already found your x1 equal to -2, x2 equal to 3, and x3 equal to 4. So out of these 3 methods you have learned, inverse matrix, using the first one using inverse matrix, the second one using Gauss-Jordan elimination, and the third one using Kramer's rule. So you have to master all these trees, okay, because sometimes in exam you will be asked to use only one method. For example, solve this system of linear equation using Kramer's rule. So you have to use Kramer's rule. Okay. Okay, let's see a more example. But this time using there are problem given to you. Okay, Zainun, Rashikin, Aisha purchased textbook from a bookshop. Zainun purchased an English and a mathematics textbook for a total of 226. Rashikin purchased 210 for a mathematics and biology textbook, while Aisha spent 200 for an English and biology textbook. By using the Kramer's rule, find the price for each textbook. Okay, so nampak kan dekat situ yang dia bagi ni total untuk harga buku yang keseluruhan, but we don't know exactly how much the English book, how much is the maths book and the biology books. Okay, dia just bagi tahu total sahaja. Okay, so dia bagi tahu Zainun beli satu buku English, satu maths, and okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't find my cursor. Okay, one English, one maths, and no biology. But for Norashikin, she bought one maths and one biology, and Aisha, she bought English and biology. So from here, actually, you can obtain or you can create your system of linear equation. So first you need to let English book as X, Y is your maths book, and Z as your biology, X, Y, Z, because you want to find the price for each of these. Okay, so write down using the AX equal to B system. Okay, macam ni. So just transform this one into a matrix form. So you have 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1, 0, 1. Buatlah di dalam bentuk macam ni. And of course, we write it down the unknown sequence di okay, X, Y, and Z ikut urutan. Okay, X, Y, and Z. And here is the lump sum tadi, the total 226. Zainun total for Zainun books 226, total for Ashikin book 210, and Aisha is 200. Okay, after you obtain this, then you can perform your Kramer's rule method. Gunalah yang ini. So of course you need to find you dah ada you punya A, you need to find determinant of A. So I'm not going to elaborate more on how to determine your A. Okay, in here your A equal to 2. And then you need to find X1. So X1 you're going to replace the first column. Sama macam tadi, replace it with B. Masukkan dalam sini. Okay. And of course you need to find the determinant for this and divide by determinant of A. Okay, this is determinant of A. So you get X1 is actually 108. So X1 tu refer kepada apa tadi? X1 refer to English book. Okay, next we need to find X2 pula, the price for maths book. Okay, now you kosongkan the second column untuk A tadi, ni matrix A. You replace matrix A punya second column with B. So you have, then you need to find the determinant for matrix A2 just now. So you get X2 equal to 118. And the last one, you need to replace the third column of A with B. Okay, so you find, and of course you need to divide it with A. This one is actually determinant of A, kan? So you find that X3 is actually equal to 92. Yeah, 92. So this is actually You already found your answer. 92 is for biology book, 118 is for maths, and 108 is for English book. So you have solved the not simultaneous, I'm sorry. You have solved the system of linear equation. So this is the conclusion for Kramer's rule. We know that x1, how to find x1 using this one. You replace the first column and then you find the determinant and divide by determinant of A. Same go for x2. It's just that x2 you replace it with you replace the second column, and x3 you replace the third column. And lastly, remember the consistent system can be solved using these three methods. The first one using the inverse method. What is inverse method? Apa tu inverse method? So this is like AX equal to B. So using inverse method, dia jadi macam ni. X equal to A inverse B. Okay, then how about Gauss-Jordan elimination? So Gauss-Jordan is using augmented matrix macam ni, A given B. You reduce it into identity matrix given, here we have B just now. Okay, this is augmented matrix. Then bila you reduce, dia jadi reduce augmented matrix ataupun kita panggil sebagai RAM. So reduce dia jadi identity matrix. Sebelah ni adalah solution matrix yang kita dapat jawapan. Okay, that is Gauss-Jordan. And the Kramer's yang previously we have learned lah. Yang ada x1, x2, x3. You replace. Kramer's ni more to you replace. Okay. Replace. Ingat kata kunci dia. You replace the column with B and 3. Okay. I think that's all we finished. We have covered chapter 3, system of linear equation. So don't forget to try all the examples on your own. Thank you.